What is up, YouTube? Run and Gun Sports Podcast back here with our second video. And today we are going to be going over the divisional round preview for the NFL. And we're just basically going to be talking about the games. We're going to be sharing our predictions for the games. And yeah, so hope you enjoy. Um, Hit that like button if you do. And remember to subscribe. So we'll start us off with Rams versus Packers.
Rams Packers, the matchup that intrigues me the most about that is Jalen Ramsey and Devontae Adams. It's going to be a great matchup. One of the best receivers in the league versus the best corner in the league. I've got Ramsey number one corner um, in the league right now. I don't think there's Jair Alexander might be there with him, but I still think Ramsey's a little above him. He's locked down Metcalf. He's locked down many other guys. Um, Obviously, Devontae Adams, we saw how good he was Sunday primetime against the
Yeah.
Titans. He played a hell of a game. Um, the Rams defense versus the Packers offense will be a great matchup. And honestly, I think this game will come down to who can stop each other better. Obviously, the Rams are gonna have a harder time stopping the Packers offense, but the Packers defense is very strong. Neither is the Rams offense. So that's gonna be the deciding factor right there. The Rams defense versus the Packers
Yeah,
offense.
definitely. That's it. And on the other side of the ball, the Rams offense, they really need to get something going in order for this Rams team to actually come out of Lambeau with a win, which is going to be a hard thing to do. And uh, they didn't really produce that much a week ago versus the Seattle Seahawks in the wild card matchup. Really, it was their defense that set them up with opportunities. Of course, the pick six led to a score for the Rams. I mean, this is a Packers defense. I mean, if you run the ball here, Cam Akers can easily have over 200 yards rushing. And, never know. An upset may happen if you can get the ground game working because Packers D does not do very well against the ground.
Yeah, we saw what Cam Akers did to the Seahawks defense last week, and I think one of the strong suits of the Seattle defense, even though it's not a very strong defense, I think that their best part of that defense is indeed their defensive line. Jaron
Yeah.
Reed, Carlos Dunlap, um, Benson Mayowa. It's a strong defensive front, but they have help from their linebackers. But I think the worst part about the Seattle defense is their DBs, and obviously the Packers are going against a Rams team who have great DBs.
Mm-hmm.
Darius Williams, Jalen Ramsey, Troy Hill. It's a great defensive back. It's a great defense all around. So um, it's going to be a good game, I think. I think that the Packers will still pull it off because I think their offense is just on fire right now. But the Rams offense, I don't think can get anything done. Cooper Cup may not play. We're not sure about him yet. He got injured last week against Seattle. Aaron Donald may not play either. I still think it's good defense without, but I think the Packers will win. Close one.
Yeah, I'm picking the Rams here for my upside of the week. I think they can get some production moving with that ground game. Cam Akers, Darius Williams. I mean, yeah, I think they can actually get something going on offense, and then their defense. I think Jalen Ramsey. It's a tough task, but I think he'll be able to shut down Devontae Adams for a bit. So I got the Packers winning this one 24-20. Close. I mean, sorry, I got the Rams winning this one 24-20. Pretty close one, but the Rams come out with the upside and they're moving on to the conference championship.
So Ravens Bills. I think the Ravens' key to success is let Lamar do his thing. He last week we saw what he did against the Titans. You know, Titans obviously don't have a good defense. Bills do, but I think the Bills' defense didn't play very good against Phil Rivers, and Phil Rivers did not look very good last week, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
definitely.
He was missing throws. But I want to hear what you think about this game.
Yeah, well, I mean, the uh, the what the Ravens really need to do is they need to they tend to struggle stopping the passing game, and they really need to do this because Josh Allen has looked like an MVP candidate in this last half of the season. Of course, they were like 6-3, and now they're 13-3. They've won like 7, 8 straight now with a playoff game, and really if the Ravens cannot make stops on defense against this really good Bills offense. I don't think they can win this game. And then on the other side of the ball, Lamar Jackson, I mean, the coaching, you just got to let Lamar Jackson do his thing. And it's rumored to be snowing up in Buffalo. I don't think Lamar Jackson has ever played in the snow before. So that's, of course, going to be tough. Home field advantage for the Bills. There might be some fans there. I'm not sure. But, I mean, it's a tough game for the Ravens to win. In my opinion, I think the Bills will come out to win. I mean, it's just home field advantage. The Ravens, I don't think they can keep up with a team like the Bills. I don't think they're going to be able to put up that many points, but I think it's going to be 31-20, Bills by 11. I mean, I just think this Bills team is going to kind of shut down this Ravens team. So, what's your pick?
Yeah, I agree. I think the Bills will win this game. I think Josh Allen's going to be too much for that Ravens defense. I think their secondary is good, but they can run the ball good. They can dink and dime it down the field. Uh, the Ravens do have a really good defense, but I think the only part missing there is their linebackers. And um,
Mm-hmm.
I think that the Bills will find a way to just dink and dime it down the field on them. That's their way to win. It's the Bills' game to lose, the Ravens' game to win, and I think the Bills will win the game.
Yeah, definitely. I just sorry, Ravens fans, but I think this is just a matchup that's not very good for you. And we just got the Bills coming out here, both of us. So we're gonna move on to the Browns and Chiefs games. Wow, this is surprising. The Browns beating the Steelers 48-37 last week. That was a surprising game. And what the Browns really need to do here is, I mean, of course, you always got to shut down Patrick Mahomes, but this Browns defense is not very good against the pass. Just like I was talking about, Ravens versus Bills. I mean, you gotta find a way to limit Patrick Mahomes. And the thing is, the Falcons did that a couple weeks back. And this is the Falcons defense. Yeah, they actually held the Chiefs to 17 points. I think that was the lowest the Chiefs scored all year. I may be wrong, but I mean, yeah, the Falcons looked like they should have won that game. Just a missed field goal at the end.
Obviously, an unfortunate game for the Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
The Chiefs looked very sloppy in that game, and they had a couple of weeks before. They didn't play that well against the Saints. I think they could have beat them by more if they played to their full potential. But I think the Browns' inexperience will lose them the game, and I got the Chiefs coming out on top in this one. And I don't think. I think it might be a blowout, to be
Yeah,
honest. But because the Chiefs have a great defense, Baker Mayfield. Um, he's a great quarterback, but I don't know. I just don't think he can get it done against that Chiefs defense.
yeah. So an interesting story for the Browns. By the way, I got the Chiefs here too. I think they'll put up 42 points. I think the final score will be 42-31. Um, Brown's still able to score some points there, but the Chiefs really, I don't think they've looked sloppy these past couple of years, but they've just, if you add in all the facts, they've had 2 weeks of rest. They didn't have to play the starters. They rested all their starters in week 17 versus the Chargers, and of course they didn't have to play a wild card. I think this squad's going to be ready, prepared. I think they're going to look at what they did wrong the last couple of weeks when the close games against the Saints and the Falcons, and really it's all going to become down to if the Browns can stop the Chiefs offense. And I really do not think many teams are capable of doing that. Maybe like a great defense like the Rams, but I think it's going to be the Chiefs coming out by a lot of points. So it could be a blowout, but I only have them winning by 11. Still a lot, but
So Buccaneers Saints, this is one of the more interesting games too.
yeah.
NFC is an interesting conference this year, where all four teams that are in it right now, I think, have a shot to make the Super Bowl. Uh, Brady versus Breeze. Breeze has won both games this time. One was a blowout, one was closer. Um, I think the Bucks will win because Tom Brady is so experienced in the playoff, and sometimes, and I don't think the Saints played very well against the Bears last week, a team that they should have easily beat. They didn't play well against them. I think this game's going to come down to turnover, and I think Drew Brees will throw an interception on a third down and long after when the Bucks will get pressure on him. You look at the stats. Tom Brady has not thrown the ball as well as Drew Brees on almost nearly double the attempts Drew Brees has. He has more double interceptions, but way also double the touchdowns, but they're also a passing team. So the Saints have a real shot if they can shut down the pass because their run game has been kind of inconsistent. Ronald Jones is a maybe for this game. So, but I still think the Buccaneers will come out on top.
Yeah. So I got the Saints winning this one, and I got a couple of reasons. Of course, it is home, um, but home field advantage really doesn't mean a ton because it's 2020, no fans. But yeah, I mean, this Saints defense, they do really well against Tom Brady, and they've done really well in Week 9 and Week 1. I mean, of course, Week 1 they get the pick six. They tend to shut out the Buccaneers. Of course, they only allowed 3 points in Week 9. A couple interceptions in that game. I don't know what it is. They just match up very well with this Buccaneers team. And on the offensive side of the ball, Drew Brees really reads his defense well, and he's always able to put up points against them. So I mean, I don't know if the Buccaneers can pull this off, but I do have the Saints winning this, and Saints playing in the conference championship. So yeah, that's my pick.
Yeah, it should be a great game.
It really should be. All right. So that will conclude our divisional round preview. Not the longest video, only 4 games, but those are our game picks. Um, Comment down below what your game picks are, and we will see you in our next video. Also, stay tuned. We may be streaming live game reactions on Sunday and Saturday for the divisional round games. So stay tuned, subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss a video, and hit that like button. And we will see you next time.